Welcome back to the Real Deal Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Stacy. And if you couldn't tell, we
not
are not Rosemary.
Usually we're behind the scenes, but today we are filling in for Rosemary. And how are you feeling about it, Stacy?
I can't lie. I was a little bit nervous going into this, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know.
Finals are coming up. Got a lot on our plates.
Yes.
A lot of projects.
I was about to say, I don't think I have a single final exam. That might be a media student special, but
Yeah.
Me personally, I am a little bit stressed, but I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, a lot of projects, but it's going to be so fun. I love being a media student. So
Yeah.
many projects.
And good luck to all of our other students. Even if you aren't in the media department, you're going to eat up at finals, and there's nothing to worry about because the professors are super accommodating if you need anything, and I'm sure they'll help you out if you need it. And all of you divas already have it in
Yes.
you to eat up your finals and everything else. But anyway, I just feel like there's a lot of pressure on that, and
Yeah.
we want to talk about just like alleviating that stress, and it's really all going to be okay. Everything works out how it's supposed to.
Do some yoga, do some breathing.
Maybe take a PFW course, I mean.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
But yeah, trust, there's so many places on campus to just kind of cool down and don't put stress on yourself. College, high school, adults at work, anyone.
Yep.
There's no reason to stress yourself out over things you can't control.
That was boring.
Yeah.
So we have a more fun part.
Yeah. I felt like that got a little depressing, so on that note,
We're doing Hear Me Out cakes on the podcast today.
yes.
So we printed out little Hear Me Out sticks to put in our cakes. Mine's cookies and cream.
And mine is chocolate. This is more so for the people that can eat it, but
Oh, yeah.
you listeners, you can know. On that note, we do want to set some rules ahead of time. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
allowed one conventionally attractive character that you didn't have to explain at all, and the rest of them had to be truly unhinged. Mm-hmm. So
'Cause,
keep that
like,
in mind.
Flynn Rider, yeah, that's not a Hear Me Out. Prince
Naveen?
no. So like nobody like that are on these cakes. These are true Hear Me Outs. Mm-hmm. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So first, when I got to pick my conventionally attractive individual, I had to go with actually two, Joey Grozade and Kelsey Anderson. That's my BBL queen. That's my Bachelor king. Such a sweet guy, and he looks amazing, and so does his fiance. So it was an immediate, like, didn't even have to think about it. Real ones know how much a fan I am of this couple. I even have a little T-shirt with little thirst trap pictures of them on it. I didn't bring it today, but just trust.
Love to see it. My conventionally attractive pick is Chris Evans from Infinity War. The specific movie, the specific look of him.
The Nomad
The
Steve.
Nomad Steve.
Yes,
That's my first.
I 100% agree with that.
Oh, yes.
So moving on, same kind of wavelength. I've got ChatGPT. When it comes to ChatGPT, I mean, I'm not going to assign a gender to them, but they are just amazing. Who doesn't want a partner that can answer all of your life's questions and not complain about it? They're happy to help you. And I just feel like, who doesn't want an intellectual person to date? I just feel like this is a true hear me out, because who is there for you at your lowest? Not the conventionally attractive actors and actresses. ChatGPT.
Oh, yes. My next one, if you know anything about me, my next one is Lightning McQueen from Cars. I do, in fact, have a Ka-Chow sticker on the back of my car. So he's on my Hear Me Out cake.
And I see it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
little me definitely
Oh,
was
yeah.
fiending for Lightning McQueen. He might be a car,
Hey,
but
that's all you got to say. I
He's
feel
hello.
like.
Okay, next up we have stick figure Roger Kefley. Specifically stick figure. Why, you might ask? It might be to do with the fact that I know that this is what he really looks like in the movies. In the first ones, because the recasting was not it. But stick figure Roderick, you weren't really supposed to like him. All the books were in Greg's perspective, and like Roderick was a little bit rude. But I mean, he looks a little tall and he has a lot of hair. I think he's cute. That's a hear me out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My next one, if you've watched How I Met Your Mother, is Ted Mosby. He pulls off those red boots. He pulls them off.
She talks a lot about those red boots. So if anybody's trying to get with Sarah, wear a pair of red boots, please.
That's the one.
Next up, we have Puss from Puss in Boots. Yes, he's a cat, but it's 2025. So let's get over ourselves and celebrate Puss. I think he's an amazing character. If you've watched the new show, he's very selfless. He gives up his greatest dream to be with Kitty Softpaws, and he's Spanish, which is always appreciated. Real ones know,
Yes.
but it wouldn't be a hear me out kick without Puss.
It's funny you pulled him for that one because I have Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. It's probably just because he's voiced by Bradley Perry. But Rocket Raccoon. We're not furries. I promise. So yeah.
He's sweet. I like
He's sweet. I love a sassy king.
Me too. Real ones know. Okay, this felt a little too conventional in my opinion, but maybe not for some people. This is Jake Sully from Avatar. Blue, yes. 8 foot tall, yes. But like, that's a whole lot of man to love.
Oh yeah.
I just think, again, is it a hear me out cake if you don't have him on it? I don't think so.
Okay, my next pick is the Ball State Sports Link logo. But specifically the logo, not really the people in it.
It's really clean.
There's something about the logo. I love it.
It's hello. It's really.
Yes.
So next up is one that kind of took Sarah by surprise, but it's Grumpy Bear from Care Bears. Little me always was getting compared to Sunshine Bear, but I feel like there's a lot of like misinterpretation of Grumpy. He wouldn't be grumpy around me. I can fix him. He's blue, my favorite color. And honestly, great character. Like that's a hear me out. Like he could be your nonchalant king if you wanted him to be. So, hear me out, Grumpy Bear.
Oh yeah. And then I've got Gil from Finding Nemo, the fish with the like big scar down his face.
Mhm.
I don't know. There's just something about him. And he's always giving advice, but he's like kind of mean about it.
Okay. Once again,
I kinda
sassy
love it.
kings.
Yeah.
They dominate.
There's a recurring theme on my Hear Me Out cake.
Mhm. Sports Link, Gil, they all go together. Next, I have Sonic the Hedgehog. And not from Sonic X, he's a child in that. So, if you liked him in that, you're strange. But Sonic X, I mean, fair game. He was never one to put up with Amy and like her little complaints. He's no simp. He wasn't that arrogant, even though he can run faster than anybody. And I felt like Shadow was a little too easy. Like a lot of people would have put Shadow the Hedgehog. What about Sonic though? And imagine having a man that could just grab you whatever you wanted in like the speed of light. That's a dream man right there. And he's also blue. And again, you'll find a theme. I really have something for blue men. So, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
So, going on the theme of TV shows, I also have Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
Okay.
I really like his vibe. He's again sassy. I don't know. I really think he'd get along. Especially, he'd get along with Ted Mosby. He and Ted Mosby would be best friends. And I like the way he takes care of his family.
Period. We love a family man.
We love Phil Dunphy.
So next I have the number 7. I just feel like they know something that the other numbers don't. Lucky number 7, maybe they're a good luck charm. Maybe they're a great partner to have. I just feel like they're kind of hello. And like, this version of 7 is blue, again, tying in with the theme.
I like
But-
the eyeballs.
Me
The little
too.
face. I love
Like,
it.
don't play with him. So 7 is a hear me out.
Okay, I have Preminger from the Barbie Princess and the Pauper. Again, a sassy king. He's the best part of this movie. You can't change my mind. I don't know.
Isn't he the one that starts talking about kitten whiskers?
Oh yeah, and he runs all over the place all silly. He's trending on TikTok right now.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. But I've got Preminger on here.
Next one is kind of close to home. A lot of you guys might recognize this diva. Seth. This is the head writer for Real Deal. And currently, he's single. But look at how devoted he is to the club. He would be that devoted to you as his partner. I feel like a lot of people don't give him the credit that he deserves. And that is why Seth is getting a spot on the Hear Me Out cake.
We'll link his Instagram in the bio if any baddies want to slide in the DMs.
I know you do.
Okay. I've got Ferb from Phineas and Ferb.
Silent King.
Silent King. And he pulls the baddies because he doesn't speak.
I agree.
Let that be a lesson.
So, Sarah said I had to put a Pokemon, which felt really strange because I've never been into a Pokemon like that. But if I were a Pokemon, I would have a crush on Luxray. He just looks so cool, really powerful. He could protect you. If I were a Pokemon, I'm choosing him.
Oh, yeah.
Luxray, I choose you.
Okay. This one might be a little crazy, but that's what Hear Me Out cakes are for. The quadratic formula. I don't know if y'all remember this from your high school math classes, but this, like, that's a diva. The square root of b squared minus 4ac.
All
Okay.
over 2A.
Okay.
Like, ooh,
this is, yeah.
I like to recite.
Quadratic formula is going on my Hear Me Out cake.
So, next one is kind of a hood classic of sorts. Mordecai from regular show. I just felt like, you know, Rigby was kind of like short king, whatever. What about our nonchalant diva, Mordecai? Once again, blue. I don't know that he treated his women particularly well, but I think he was pretty loyal to Margaret. So you know what? I think he'd make a fine boyfriend, and you know if he were a person, he would be fine. So he gets to be on the Hear Me Out cake.
Your blue characters are really taking me out.
Yeah.
They're all blue.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them.
Don't play.
Okay. Next I have the Krat Brothers, but the animated version of them. Because the live action is just like, I don't really care. But y'all watch Wild Kratts? Fire show. So the Krat Brothers, Martin and Chris.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Martin and
Oh,
Chris.
yes.
They're going on my Hear Me Out cake.
So this one's one for Sarah and I both. The host of Total Drama Island. You can't lie and tell me you didn't kind of think he was hello. Or at least one of the men or women on the show.
And I feel like a lot of the characters from Total Drama Island are Hear Me Outs.
Yeah, and I don't even feel like you really have to hear people out on many of them. I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
This,
I could have a Hear Me Out cake full of Total Drama Island characters.
me too.
And that would be the show.
But he's the host for a reason. And it's because he's the I mean, there's
Yeah.
just no one better. I'm sorry about it.
100%.
So he's going up front, but he is Sarah and I's pick.
I have the Invisible Man from Hotel Transylvania. This is not very controversial, but I feel like the studio lied to us that he's ugly in real life.
They tried to gaslight.
They saw that we thought he was cute and decided that he should be ugly instead, and I reject that. So the Invisible Man, before we found out he was ugly, that's my pick.
Oh yeah,
Where should he go? Right up here.
right up front where he belongs.
Oh yeah.
So kind of on that Cars theme again, I couldn't use Lightning McQueen. Sarah had claimed him. I've got Doc. Once again, blue. Love that. He kind of was a little sad in the beginning of things, but then he turned around and it was like a little happy story with him. Also, he was like the greatest of all time and was really humble about it. And we love a humble king. Never brag. It's just not necessary.
Yeah.
We love a humble, nonchalant king like Doc. And that is why he's on my Hear Me Out cake.
So I think what we've learned is to be quiet like Ferb and be humble like Doc.
Yes,
Then you'll get the ladies.
of course.
Okay. Alex the Lion from Madagascar.
I know that's right.
One of my favorite scenes from this movie is when he's like really, really hungry and he just starts seeing all of his friends as like meat. It's really funny. And so Alex the Lion is on my Hear Me Out cake. There's just,
Period.
I don't even know who voices him, but like look at him.
His looks speak for itself.
They do.
He could be silent,
He could be a silent baddie like Ferb.
and I'd still like him. next we have Prince Naveen, but as the frog. Me personally, I wouldn't need him to turn back because I would kiss this frog. He was so kind, and he learned to be humble and good to Tiana while being a frog. And I feel like people are so busy looking at Naveen himself that they don't realize that frog version of him is a true baddie, a true diva, and a man worthy of your time.
And all the character development when he was a frog.
Right, and musically inclined king. Something about me, I mean, Joey kind of proves it. If you can sing or dance as a man, shoot.
That gets Stacy. How many
Yeah.
more do you have?
Quite a few.
Okay, do another one.
So, next, we have Guy from the Croods. I don't know if you guys watch this, but if I were a cave woman and I didn't see somebody that looked like a cave troll, like Harry and stuff like that, I would love this diva. He loves animals. He had that little sloth pet that he always kept on his back. He was ahead of his time wearing necklaces.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a haircut that I would like to this day. Timeless king, he set the standards. And also musically inclined, if I am remembering correctly. He would sit there and hit at rocks and stuff like that, so
Love the rocks.
yeah. So, Guy. Guy is a hear me out.
Which one do I do next?
I'm really liking a lot of Sarah's options coming up, and I think that you guys will too.
I don't know if y'all have seen Ratatouille, but the food critic from Ratatouille, he makes me laugh. And then when he has an epiphany at the end of the movie, when he's like remembering his childhood over just a Ratatouille, yeah. He's sassy. He's a diva. The sunken eyes.
The sunken
really
eyes
pulls
that
it all
Timothy
together.
Chalamet look really does it for her.
The like sickly Victorian child.
Period.
Oh my god.
So, on that note, my next character. Did you guys watch The Backyardigans growing up? It's Pablo. Guys,
You and your blue characters.
Blue. He also just started my love for like Hispanic men, I can't lie. Something about him. He just is lovely. Like, best character of all. Him in this cowboy hat. Shoot.
She had to pull up the cowboy hat picture specifically to put on this
I
cake.
had to find the one that really spoke to me when I was a child, and it was Cowboy Pablo. Don't play with him. He's also insanely good at ping pong, which is a game I like. I don't know if you guys know that lore about him, but I do, because that's my man.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm gonna finish out my Disney movie.
This is a choice.
Hopper from A Bug's Life. I don't know. He's just really demanding and
Do you like grasshoppers? Like in real life?
No, I don't like bugs in real life. So this is kind of a funny pick for me, but I don't know. Just the way he's like bossing everyone around, and
Okay. Okay.
he wants to take over. And you know that would be me too if I had to deal with a bunch of ants. So
Real. Real recognizes real. He wasn't a follower.
real recognizes real.
So next up we have Jay from Ninjago. And you might be saying, TV show character, Lego, are we for real? Guys, have you seen this diva in the recent seasons? Long hair. People can claim he's annoying. I feel like he's the true hear me out because of course everybody wants Lloyd and Kai and Cole and all of them. But what about Jay? He was so nice and perfect to Nia too that, I mean, we just have to applaud this king. So me personally, he's the one for me.
And honestly, Lego Batman almost made it on the Hear Me Out cake, but we felt like that was another like conventionally attractive pick.
Because don't we all like Batman?
Oh yeah,
Like,
Lego Batman.
even as a Lego?
I love him.
Shoot.
I have 4 left.
Okay. Okay, Diva.
Oh, you need to get rid of a few before I keep going.
So next up we have Fix It Felix. Short king. Love him.
He'll fix your problem.
That's what, who doesn't want a man that can fix issues? And he pulled a baddie, which tells me he's got some baddie tendencies to him.
Oh yeah.
He definitely is charismatic. How else do you pull somebody as baddie as his girl?
Hey, and you know he doesn't have like, he's not self-conscious because his girlfriend was like 3 feet taller than he was.
That's what I'm saying. And I love a short king that doesn't let that deter him in the dating
Exactly.
field. So, of course, Fix It Felix felt right. Next up, I don't know if this is niche, Cat Noir. I felt like this was a little bit too easy but I guess because he is in a cat costume, and also maybe not everybody watched this, but middle school me, she liked him. Not him as Adrian, but him in this cat costume, it was something else. And he was loyal to his crush. Always had a crush on Ladybug. So we love a loyal king. And he was charismatic, funny, beautiful green eyes, beautiful blonde hair. What's there not to like?
I really never understood I wasn't on the lore, but like, what do you mean Adrian likes Ladybug, but Ladybug likes Adrian, but Cat Noir? Like, I don't understand it. And I never have.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. I believe Cat Noir and Marinette are now together, but I'm not sure.
Because, like, they're just, okay. We don't have time to get into it.
Trust, guys, if you guys need that for another podcast episode,
we'll be back.
We can explain the miraculous lore with a diagram. So.
Okay. I've got Swiper No Swiping from Dora.
Okay.
I saw some people put backpack and map on their Hear Me Out cakes, and I thought that was insane.
Okay, but he was Nick Wilde before his time.
Yes, exactly.
Like, Nick Wilde was a given. Swiper, though, was the baddie that came before.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Swiper walked so that Nick Wilde could run.
Like, I hear that, like, the little sound that would play with him, like, on the screen, I hear that in my dreams.
Okay.
Like, it's ingrained in my brain now.
He could swipe a kiss from me, like, hello.
Swiper No Swiping.
Okay, next up might also be kind of niche. Marco Diaz from Star vs. the Forces of Evil, another middle school crush of mine. I mean, what a king. He was very loyal to his crushes, which is something I can appreciate. I don't even know how to describe him. He was diva. Sometimes he would pull up in drag. I don't know. It just spoke to me. Like, me in middle school, I was like, this is it. Like, when I was looking for a boyfriend, I was like, if they're like Marco, they're the one for me. So, and my little brother would really appreciate this one because he had a crush on Star. It was a
sibling thing.
Yeah, it was a sibling thing. It was a sibling thing.
I'm almost done. I think we're almost done.
Okay, yes, we are.
I have 3. I have
4. Do you want me to go?
Sure.
One more time? Okay. Next we have Kenai from Brother Bear. You might be saying, Stacy, are you a freak? That's a bear. Walking on 4 legs and everything. And to that I say, no, I'm not. Look at him and tell me you wouldn't have a crush on him too. And then he also winds up kind of taking care of this little baby bear. I think his name was Coda. And it was just the sweetest thing ever. Like, it really tugged at my heartstrings. And I just love him for that. And it was a very transformative experience because he went from bear to human, and he actually became a great human, like, after the fact. He had to turn into a bear to learn how to be a good person, and that's why I specifically put the bear version to him. Once again, just like Naveen being the frog,
about to say,
character development happens when men become animals. Okay?
Okay. Bob Duncan.
Okay.
From Good Luck Charlie. They tried to convince us he was ugly. They never convinced
Nothing
me.
ugly about him.
No. I love Bob Duncan. Good Luck Charlie was my show. And Bob Duncan, yeah. Love him. Love Bob Duncan.
Period.
Where does he even go? Okay.
You got it right up front where he belongs.
Okay.
Next we have Cody from Surf Sub. I just love this character. He always had an epic soundtrack going on when he was surfing. Once again, pulled a baddie, so you know he's got like something about him. He's a surfer. Like, need I say more? I feel like it doesn't get better than this. Surfer penguin.
I love the eyebrows.
That's what I'm saying. Like, eyebrows on fleek. And he's a penguin. I don't know. I love swimming. I feel like me and him would get along. Mm-hmm. So that's a hear me out. Cody, you'll always speak to me.
Your cake is like full.
Oh, girl. I know.
Okay. I've got 2 left. Saving the best for last. But here's the Bill of Rights from Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a Bill on Capitol Hill. He knew what he wanted to do, and he
Athletic king walking up the
Yes.
stairs of the Capitol.
And he had his little main character moment. You know, Bill of Rights is very important. Go read the Bill of Rights.
Yes, know your rights, divas. Okay, so next up we have Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks. I felt like Theodore was adorable, but that felt like a child. Alvin, everybody knows and loves that diva, but what about Simon? It might be the fact he's voiced by Matthew Gray Gubler. It might be the fact he's like my boyfriend if you were a squirrel or chipmunk. My bad, there is a difference. I just liked him. You know what? If you're going to be a man that speaks, be smart with your words. Simon does that. Simon doesn't just yap.
He does look like Jonas too. That's weird.
That's what I'm saying. Guys,
He looks
real
just
ones
like
know
him.
that Jonas used to wear glasses and I don't know. Simon just speaks to me. Like, he was always my favorite. Alvin was close second and Theodore was like baby boy, but Simon belonged on the Hear Me Out cake. It wouldn't have been real without him.
Okay, my last one.
Round of applause, guys.
Round of applause. Well, drum roll.
Drum roll,
My
please.
last one, staying true to Ball State, is Charlie Cardinal. Love him. He's always he has the most energy and the most spirit. You go to those basketball games, he's like doing cartwheels across the court. Yes, like Charlie Cardinal.
Charlie Cardinal
I-
every time.
I love him.
I saw him at the Scramble Light and I literally had like a celebrity crush moment.
Oh yeah.
Because when do you see him?
He belongs up in the front.
He's very elusive, but when you get to see him, you'll be wowed.
Yes.
Anybody would want to be with Charlie. And last, but certainly not least, Kovu from The Lion King 2.
Oh yes.
This felt very obvious to me, but maybe it's not to everybody else. Maybe lions aren't your cup of tea. They're mine. I like his guy liner.
Love it.
Same thing as Roderick. It just kind of like spoke to me. I don't know. I love a little slightly edgy boy. He also had really cool hair for a lion. I mean, Simba was cool, but like this diva got the dark hair and kind of had it combed over in his face. Something about that really got me good. And nobody wanted him and Kiara together, but he treated Kiara like gold, if you've watched the movie, and that just speaks for itself. Again, you treat a baddie good, I know you're a baddie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is to be a baddie and treat the baddies well.
Be a baddie. Don't talk if you don't have something to
talk.
say. And if you're smart, feel free to yap.
And you know what? Maybe defend our rights while you're at it. I feel like the Bill of Rights really knows what's going on with that.
Yeah. Bill knows a thing or two because he's seen a thing or two.
Bill has seen a thing or two.
But on that note, those are our completed Hear Me Out cakes. If there ever comes a point that we need to make a part 2, we would be happy to because
Oh, yes.
believe it or not, Sarah and I, we had some more that just couldn't make the cake today.
This is not the whole list.
This is not the whole list. When I tell you we sat down for 2 hours and had about 45 characters each, we did.
Yep.
But these are what we chose for you guys today. So we hope that you enjoyed. We hope that you loved it.
Yes. Don't forget to follow Real Deal on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
I think you got it,
I
girl.
think
I
that's
think you
all.
hit all the marks.
Yeah, follow our socials, and we might be back on the pod again.
Maybe so.
Bye.